This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections.
Good morning. I'm calling to register my team for the annual city scavenger hunt.
Great, I can help you with that. Could you please provide me with your full name and the team's name?
Sure, my name is David Olson, and our team name is the Trailblazers.
Excellent choice. The Trailblazers are now registered. Just to confirm, you're joining the July edition of the scavenger hunt?
Yes, that's right. Could you remind me where exactly we need to be on the day?
Absolutely. You need to gather at the registration point on Hawthorne Street.
Got it. And I believe all items must be collected in the official hunt bags?
That's correct. The official tote bags we provide must be used.
Perfect. And how many members are allowed per team?
Each team should have 4 members exactly.
And what time does the event kick off?
The hunt begins sharply at 9 a.m., so make sure to be there on time.
Will do.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
Now, just a few more details to note about the event. As the team leader, you'll be responsible for ensuring that all collected items are complete and unaltered.
Understood. If we have any questions on the day, who can we contact?
You can reach out to our event coordinator, Lisa Williams. Her contact number is 817-246-9834.
Got it. Could you tell me about how the judging process works?
The judges will evaluate based on creativity, the accuracy of the items, and if everything is completed within the allotted time.
And how many hours do we have?
You have a total of 5 hours to complete the hunt.
Sounds wonderful. Thanks for the information.
You're welcome. Have fun and good luck.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers. You will hear a guide talking about a historic mansion tour.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Greenfield Mansion Tour. Today, I am thrilled to take you through the rich history and exquisite architecture of one of the town's most beloved landmarks. Firstly, you might have noticed the scaffolding erected around parts of the building. This is due to our ongoing renovation project, which aims primarily to repair structural damage sustained over several decades. So, it's not merely about modernizing, but preserving the historic essence. We conduct 4 tours each day, enabling as many visitors as possible to experience this wonderful place. Our first stop will be the Visitor Center. This is the perfect spot to delve into the mansion's past, with an array of fascinating displays presenting detailed accounts of its former residents' lives. Next, we'll take a stroll into the West Wing, which houses the Grand Conservatory. This section of the tour is often a highlight for many visitors, with its expansive glass structure and lush array of tropical plants. It's quite breathtaking. While you may have individual interests, our mansion also features a range of activities tailored for children, which makes it particularly beneficial for school groups. These activities ensure a fun and educational visit.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 16 to 20.
Continuing our tour, let's head to the main hall, which is frequently used for events and gatherings due to its spacious layout and ornate decorations. It truly is the heart of the mansion. Across from the hall, we have the distinguished dining room, a setting ideal for formal dinners, featuring original 18th century table settings and decor. In the East Wing, you'll discover the library, a sanctuary of knowledge with a vast collection of rare and valuable books. Many scholars have utilized this space for research. Adjacent to that is the historical kitchen, where demonstrations of old cooking methods occur regularly. It offers an insightful glimpse into the culinary practices of the past. Finally, our tour concludes at the garden, a tranquil outdoor space that provides visitors with a peaceful retreat amidst beautifully manicured lawns and flower beds.
That is the end of section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers. You will hear 2 students discussing their project on the reconstruction of woolly mammoths as part of their genetic engineering course.
So, to prepare for our presentation about the Mammoth Reconstruction Project, we should first outline the project's main purpose. I believe it focuses on exploring de-extinct animals rather than just studying their history or analyzing DNA. Yes, I agree. It's crucial that our audience understands the benefits of bringing back these extinct species and how our project contributes to that field. How are we planning to gather most of our data? I recall we decided that collaborating with museums would provide us with the most reliable sources. That's correct. We're visiting several museums to access their archives and exhibits on mammoths, which should prove more comprehensive than merely reading academic journals. What about challenges? I thought finding reliable sources was surprisingly difficult at the start. It took us a while to determine which museums had the right exhibits. Exactly. And our timeline was quite tight given the amount of material we needed. But everything is on track now. For the DNA analysis, are we still employing both CRISPR technology and polymerase chain reaction techniques? Yes, those two are key. They're the best available technologies for accurate analysis and editing of the sequences. And what about concerns being raised? The ethical implications and environmental consequences seem to be the most serious, as they could significantly impact the project's reception. Indeed, we must address those thoroughly to reassure both the scientific community and the general public.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 26 to 30.
So about the timeline, how long do we initially plan for the DNA extraction? Originally, we set it to 6 months, but depending on progress, we might need to extend it. We'll have to see. And do you think our findings will influence future policy, especially regarding species de-extinction efforts? I certainly hope so. It could pave the way for more comprehensive laws and guidelines around such projects. Our major support is from the Genetic Research Institute, right? Their funding has been vital for our resources. Absolutely. And they've provided us with insights into assessing the reliability of contemporary methodologies. Lastly, about the final presentation, is the interactive model ready? Yes, it is. It's going to be a groundbreaking edition showcasing our mammoth reconstruction in a visually engaging format.
That is the end of section 3. You now have half a minute to check your answers. You will hear it end discussion about mimicry in nature. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 35.
Today, we'll explore the fascinating world of mimicry in nature, a captivating strategy many organisms employ to survive in their environments. Mimicry can take various forms, with one of the most common being protective resemblance. Let's start with leaf insects. These remarkable creatures have evolved to closely resemble leaves, providing them with excellent camouflage. This adaptation, primarily used for protection against predators, has enabled them to blend seamlessly into their leafy habitats, significantly reducing their chances of being detected. Moving on, we find the orchid mantis. This insect mimics the appearance of orchid flowers so effectively that it lures prey, such as pollinators, into striking range. It uses this floral mimicry not for self-defense, but rather to deceive potential prey into approaching by resembling something they seek in nature, nectar-rich flowers. Another stunning example is exhibited by certain butterfly species. Many butterflies possess eye spots on their wings that closely match the eyes of larger animals, such as birds. These mimicry patterns can startle or confuse predators, offering the butterfly a chance to escape while the predator reassesses the situation. The evolutionary success of mimicry is evident in its wide array of adaptive advantages. The primary advantage, as we've discussed, is protection. However, mimicry also enhances other aspects of survival, like securing resources and finding mates. The deceptive resemblance can serve various purposes depending on the ecological role of the organism involved. Now let's delve deeper into the types of mimicry. Batesian mimicry is particularly intriguing. This occurs when a harmless species mimics one that is harmful or unpalatable to predators. This false representation provides the mimic with an evolutionary advantage, as predators that have learned to avoid the harmful species will often steer clear of the mimic as well. Conversely, Müllerian mimicry involves several equally harmful or unpalatable species converging on a similar warning signal. This mutual resemblance benefits all species involved, as it amplifies the education of predators about the dangers associated with consuming any of these species. Mimicry isn't limited to animals, though. Some deceptive plants have found creative uses for mimicry. For instance, certain plants mimic the appearance or even the smell of unpalatable or toxic species to deter herbivores from feeding on them. This plant mimicry can play a crucial role in plant survival, especially in environments where herbivores are abundant. Alongside these natural occurrences, researchers continue to investigate how mimicry can inspire human technologies, particularly in the development of new camouflage systems or even in creating efficient ways to mimic biological signals in robotics. However, a common misconception is that mimics are somehow inferior or less competent than the models they imitate. This is not always the case. Often, the mimics are equally successful within their ecological contexts and have adapted efficiently over time to fulfill their respective roles in nature. Understanding these dynamics provides valuable insights into both evolutionary biology and potential applications across various fields.
That is the end of Section 4. You now have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet.
Hey there, did you get them all right? Smash the like button and subscribe for more daily IELTS tests.